Hey guys, thanks for checking out the video on how to make a scoop. Show you a couple different ones. If you want the cheapest, most inexpensive one, I'll put a link right here. Guy made a great video about it, like 4 or 5 minutes long. You'd be set out the door for 15, 20 bucks. It's going to look something like this. You get a PVC pipe, 4, 6 inch, whatever you want. Put the hardware mesh on the back, get the pipe band all the way around it, clamp it down in place, and then get yourself a aluminum pole of your choice right off the top with the expansion bolt in the back. Like I said, 20 bucks, set to go. I do a lot of river hunting with the rocky bottom, and that wasn't working for me because the band kept popping. The scoop that we're making today, I made it for about $32. I had the mesh and the rivets already here. If I had to buy absolutely everything and got the pipe for free, probably about 45 bucks. Way better than $220 for an aluminum scoop that's only 6 inches with the same design. This is going to be kind of like the end product of what we're making. 6-inch sewer pipe. Got it from my local public works place. Just walked in, asked if they had any scraps. They said sure, go take your pick. So I got a 6-inch and an 8-inch piece. If you can find like a 3-foot piece, you'll have enough to make 2 of them. You could do one with a pointed tip, one with a rounded tip like I'm about to show you, and you'll have enough for the bands that go on the inside. Here's what it's going to look like. All the meshes on the inside held together with these bands and rivets. The rivets are countersunk into the plastic, so when the rocks rub up against them, they're not going to tear your rivets out. And I used rivets instead of bolts because it's nothing to drill out a rivet and replace what you need. I'm going to start out. I'll show you a picture of the piece that I started out with. It's a little bit over 2 feet long. I cut it in a fashion so that had I had enough, I could have made 2 of them, but it wasn't long enough, so I'll end up with 1, enough for the bands. We can go from there, and you'll figure out what to do. So I'll show you the picture right now. And then I'm going to make the pieces that we need to move forward with, and I'll jump in from there. Let's go. Okay, so here it is, cut up. That's going to be our scoop. That's where we're going to grab our extra rings from. I've already got a couple cut off the back. This one right here is going to be the back ring, and this one right here is going to be the inside ring, which the mesh will go over. So get yourself a piece of hardware mesh, put your ring on top of it, make sure that you got about 2 squares worth on each side, and then once you do, take a magic marker and mark the inside. We're going to do some trimming on this mesh. I'll show you what to do with that next, and we'll go from there. Okay, we moved inside for a minute because I'm done trimming the wire. The next thing that you want to do is, you can see the blue line, you want to get some spring-loaded side cutters because they're going to be your best friend, and some safety glasses. Because when you're trimming out all these pieces right here, they're going to go flying. Just trim all your way up right to your blue line, and then you'll take some needle nose and you'll bend the wire up right to your blue line so that it can fit inside your scoop. So I'm going to get those wires bent, and then we'll jump ahead again. Okay, so I got all of my wires bent up to the blue line, and then it'll just fit right in there like that. Now we can go back out to the garage. We can size our inner band to hold this wire up against the wall and start riveting. The very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to put the back thin band on the inside so that when we push the band with the wire in it, it'll butt really flush up against it, and then rivet the inner band. Alright, let's go outside. Alright, we now have the back ring installed into our scoop, and just like the other one, we countersunk the hole so that the rivet would sit down in it and not get clawed up by any of the rocks. The next thing we're going to do is take our hardware mesh here, and we're going to cut this ring. We're going to cut a gap out of it so that I can compress it and it'll fit inside here. So then we'll slide it into the scoop, expand it, and then rivet it all the way in place. Alright, I got my inner band cut. Now what I did is I made some room for 3 5-pound magnets, which is going to be on the inside of the scoop. And they're just being held in place right now magnetically by a few bolts. So that way if you get anything that's metal that's in the scoop, you can just rub it right off. What I'm going to do now is compress this, put it inside my band, and then shove it inside my scoop, and then we'll go from there. Okay, it's pretty much done. I got the inside band riveted all the way in there, and then the magnets work. They're on that inside band, and then from here you can pretty much make it whatever you want. You just gotta take a 1/2-inch bit, drill all your holes out to screen everything, and then attach a handle of your choice. I suggest getting some L brackets or whatever they're called, and just bolting them on. I used a scoop exactly like that all last season and didn't have any problems. But you can really make it whatever you want. You can put the 22-degree handle on it. Just whatever you use, but you're going to be moving so much weight. Make sure that it's really, really sturdy. Don't go with the pipe and the expansion bolt, because you're just going to snap it off. If you're using a 4-inch scoop, that'd be okay. But I hope you learned something and enjoyed the video. We'll see you later.